So guys, it is Christmas Eve and I'm back home in Ireland. I'm not traveling. I am home with the family for a couple of days. And it's the perfect time of year to just sit back and do literally not a whole pile over Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and not really much on St. Stephen's Day either. But I wanted to hop on, give you guys a bit more of a raw video today. So it's a bit more of like an update. And I think every time I come home, I give a little update from back in my shed. The shed that I spent, what, like 4K back in the day to build. And that's okay. That's fine. I mean, if you don't spend, you don't know. No risk without no reward, right? It was the exact same type of video that I recorded the last time I was here. And over the past couple of days, just been feeling really nostalgic, right? You come home, you start noticing yourself going to old habits. You start remembering what life was like when you weren't living in a different country, you weren't traveling, you weren't seeing the world. And you gotta be grateful, right? Gotta be grateful. And some of you guys watching this might be looking back in your goals that you set at the start of 2024. You're eyeing up 2025 and you might be saying to yourself, shit, I really didn't do anything to hit my goal in 2024. Like maybe that's you, or maybe you did and you didn't get it, right? Maybe you just didn't try hard enough. Or maybe you did try hard enough and just didn't come through. And I very rarely saw somebody actually try hard enough and not get it. And not get some form of reward, right? Like inputs always result into outputs. And you just gotta keep going. You just got to keep going. And so some of you guys also have to be grateful, right? If you are hitting the goals, you have to remember, okay, this is what life used to look like when I wasn't hitting those goals, when I wasn't traveling. Like if I lost everything, I'd have to come back here. And this is not even the worst case scenario. If I come home to family, have a gym out the back garden, have an internet connection, and a room, good lighting. I mean, why wouldn't I be able to get back to 10, 15, 20K a month? Like, why wouldn't I? Like, seriously. And so that limiting factor that comes into your brain whenever you're thinking about doing anything when it comes to your goals in 2025, if you put a large target out there, right, and you said, I want to do X in 2025, I want to, I don't know, get to 10, 15, 20K a month, I want to get into sales. Okay, now you know what you want to do, right? It's good that you know what you want to do, because at the end of the day, if you're trying to hit a bullseye with a blindfold on, you're never going to hit the bullseye. Now, what does the bullseye do for you when you hit it? No, seriously, what does life look like? Is that what you want? Is that what motivates you? Like, people get motivated by different things. For me, for example, I don't get motivated by the idea of buying the best car out there. I get motivated by helping my parents, sending money home, paying for little things, sending them out to Milan, paying for them to come out to visit me in a different country, going on the trip, seeing a bit of the world. And ironically, I'm back in Ireland now and I still have the Milan hat on, but that's what motivates me. And whatever motivates you, use that. Like, seriously, what does your life look like if you don't make it? And write it down to a T. In every aspect of life. What does life look like if you genuinely try in 2025 to get your goal and you don't get it and you don't succeed over the next decade? What does your health look like? What does your family look like? How much are you making? What can you not afford? What vacations can you not take? What type of friends do you have around you? What do you do on a daily basis? When you read that every single morning, that puts a fucking burning desire inside my chest. And that's a big secret of mine. And I've told it to a few people in Affinity sales training, where every morning I would read, what does life look like if I don't make it? If I don't make this work today. Like, seriously, like, what car am I driving? Am I driving an old Nissan to work? Do I have 2-3 kids and my wife absolutely hates me because we cannot afford to have a family vacation on the weekend, to go on a couple of trips, to pay for simple things like maybe oil and gas? Maybe I'm complaining about the car breaking down all the time and us not being able to afford it. Is that the life that you want to go through? Personally, I don't want to go through that. I really don't want to go through that. And so when you write that down, for every key portion in your life, can your mom do what she wants? Is she still working? Is your dad still working? What do your sisters think about you? What do your friends think about you? When it comes to making money, like how much are you making if you're not, like, I mean, if you have 2, 3 kids, you probably have to go back into corporate, you have to make a certain amount per month, and you have to get something a bit more safe. Where's your home? Are you locked into a mortgage? I mean, at the end of the day, mortgage literally just translates to death pledge in French. I'm pretty sure it's in French. And do you want to sign up for that for life? I mean, if you do, I mean, no worries. I mean, there's a lot of people who congratulate 20 to 25-year-olds who get a mortgage and they're locked into the same mortgage in the same place for the next 30 years. I don't see that as, like, personally, like, everybody has their own goals, but personally, that's not my goal. I don't want to be locked into the same place for 30 years. And so when you go through that process of writing down every key aspect of your life and you read it, what does life actually look like if I don't make it, if I don't do this? If I don't do a workout in the middle of the day? If I don't get good sunlight? If I don't get good sleep? If I don't have good friends around me? If I'm eating shit all the time? If I'm not going on walks? If I'm not seeing the world? Generally, what type of state am I in? Probably pretty depressed. Probably. And it fills you with a burning desire to say, hey, no, I actually don't want that version of reality. I'm going to change that. Because you have the power. And no matter what I even say on this YouTube video today with you guys, you will not do anything unless you decide, okay, now I'm actually willing to make a change. Like, all the words I've said in this YouTube video literally mean fuck all if you do nothing. If you do absolutely nothing, you haven't learned anything. And the only thing I urge you from this is, if you're thinking about putting in some goals for 2025, think about it in reverse. If everybody's doing one thing and you're not getting results, why would you continue to do that one thing? Why not try something different? Why not write down what happens if you don't hit those goals? Right? And there was a couple of goals I didn't get in 2025. Like, for example, I want to learn how to play the piano, but I didn't know the knock-on effect of not learning the piano and what life would have looked like, right? In my master plan, I'm playing the piano with my wife in our house in Tuscany, 3 kids. If I don't know how to play the piano, that reality doesn't exist. And so now it's changed. We've bought a piano, we're doing this, we're doing that. And so if you don't understand what happens if you don't hit your goals, you'll not actually work towards them. And it could only be 4 things. It doesn't need to be a big, massive paragraph. Mine is like a decent sized note on my notes app that I read each morning. And I have a couple of different videos that make me angry in the morning to take on the day, right? Who has your money? Where are your clients? Where's my next source of income? Every day, if you're waking up and you're thinking that, after reading that, I believe that you're much more likely to hit your goal. And so that's the secret sauce I'm putting you on for Christmas Eve. I'm back home in Ireland, and in my version of what happens if I don't make it, I am staying in Ireland. I'm still living in Ireland. Don't get me wrong, I do love my parents and I love Ireland. I love the people. I just wouldn't live here. And so that's a motivator for me. I come back, okay, enjoy the week or 2, back at it, back out, realizing why I'm in different countries, why I'm traveling. And so, Merry Christmas to everybody. Hope you all have a fantastic Christmas, and hope this helps some people as well, because at the end of the day, that's all I want to do in 2025, help as many people as possible. And so, write down your goals, then write down what happens if you don't get them, genuinely, to a T. And then, as always, stay blessed, stay true to yourself, and create your own fucking reality.